Kiki's, I don't think we've ever let you start off a video. You want to start? Oh, no, the horse wants the attention. What's up, horse? You want to start the video? What's up and good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another video. We're starting off a little later in the day today, but don't worry, y'all. This video is going to carry on until tomorrow. We got a lot we have to do over here at the ranch. But this evening, what do we got here on the smoker? We got a little tri-tip going on right there. We got some potatoes in there. And, oh, ooh, that smoke just burned the crap out of my eyes. That was a dumb idea to start a video. Thankfully, I'm wearing sunglasses, so y'all can't see that I'm crying right now. Well, guys, I am so happy to finally have the patio cover flipped back over. Y'all don't know how much this has been stressing me out. It's been, I don't even know. We're gonna cut back to a clip of what happened to this patio cover right now, and that'll allow me to figure out how long it's been. Dry season right now, so it's gonna churn up a lot of dust, and you know, you're eating it in your teeth if you come outside. It gets in your, it may be an oil in the pool. Oh, there goes my hat. So you can see, super gnarly. I don't really know how we got it out of the pool as successfully as we did. I mean, we used the tractor. I didn't even have time to grab a camera because like it just wanted to keep moving around. And I'm really hoping, but I have no idea as to whether or not we punctured the liner. Not that we can't replace this liner, but now that we built the deck around the pool, it is gonna be an absolute nightmare to try to do. We don't wanna do that. We're on this section of the deck, which obviously you can see is very skinny. We were having to like lay on it to keep it from becoming a sail and going God knows where on the other side of the property. Because at that point, it would be completely destroyed. I don't really know how destroyed it is right now. So maybe 6 months, this thing got blown away in a windstorm. Ended up in the pool. I mean, this thing did a complete 180 into the pool. Somehow did not damage the pool nor the patio cover. I mean, the damage that occurred to the patio cover, which is very minimal, was mostly us trying to move it around here, and I don't even know what I was trying to think of at the time, but I was just panicking because I didn't know what to do. So this thing has been strapped to my deck for again, like 5 or 6 months because I didn't want it to blow away again. But yesterday we were able to get it from here onto the grass. We made a bridge across the pool, carried it onto the grass, and then one of the things I knew I needed to do, because now this aluminum patio cover is fantastic. It is very well made, but these legs are extruded aluminum, and while it does a great job as a patio cover, it doesn't do a great job of something that wants to somersault. So I was worried that if we put a lot of weight on these legs, by like, you know, let's just imagine right here, this beautiful chair is our patio cover. It was previously upside down, but at some point you have to come to here, which would put all of the weight on those legs once we go to finally stand her up. I didn't want to risk that. So I built a structure underneath it. There was actually a couple more cross braces, but I've taken those off. There are 4x4s top and bottom. Then I cut this 4x4 right here in the center, smaller. That way when I screw these together, it basically clamps itself onto the structure. Because I had to think of a way to attach legs to this thing without actually attaching to this thing. So by clamping those two 4x4s, and I just left them long because I didn't feel like cutting them, but that actually worked out in our favor. I was able to now have a new structure to attach these 4x4 legs onto. And with a couple of cross braces and an excavator, one of my better purchases, we were able to safely upright this thing. And again, guys, I am so elated. If you don't remember, the day before this thing went into the pool, we were supposed to anchor it to the deck, and yeah, we were a day late apparently. And coincidentally, that same day before, all of the accessories I bought for this thing, a TV mount, I don't even remember at this point, it was so long ago, but I bought some cool stuff for this thing. Haven't been able to use those with this thing upside down. Now, coming over to the pool, you're gonna notice the pool level is very low. Well, I mean, I guess not very low. It's about 6 inches low. That is on purpose because I bought a skimmer for this thing. And really the only thing you see in the bottom of the pool right now, all those little dots down there, are just like bees and wasps and bugs or whatever. It just kind of ends up on the top of the pool, dies, eventually sinks to the bottom. It's really not a lot of dirt. So if I can get a skimmer in here that can hopefully catch most of that, it eliminates a lot of that. But to do that, I got to cut a hole in the side of the pool at about the level where the water is. So you definitely don't want to do it with the water level up. But time is ticking. I don't know if I'm going to get to it in this video. We'll see how brave I'm feeling because I'm basically cutting a hole in my pool. But the suction lines, or the suction whatever, inlets are right there just below the water line. So as the water is slowly evaporating because it is hot out here, it has put it to right at that cusp of we either need to add water to the pool and abandon the skimmer idea, or I need to put the skimmer in now because I don't want the water level to get below those little inlet suctions and start sucking air into the pump and all of that. So tomorrow I have Abel, Jefe, Paparino coming up here, and we're gonna anchor this thing down. We got to go into the rock wall right here because I thought I ordered a 10 by 16, but I ordered a 12 by 16, which means it doesn't fit fully onto the deck. So some of it's gonna have to go into the rock. This rock wall isn't level though, so we got to figure out if it's worth building a little rapid set concrete pier right there to hold this side up, which a lot of that is the main reason this thing just never got anchored down. And I paid the price of not getting to enjoy my sweet patio cover. But first things first, we're gonna hop on the John Deere. As you can see, the yard is very overgrown. This grass grows fantastically, but it grows really fast. Even if you mow it weekly, it grows really fast. So we're gonna take care of that now because we're gonna be working out here tomorrow, and I can't mow it first thing in the morning. I mean, I guess I could turn the sprinklers off, but whatever. Let's get it mowed now. And the morning is upon us, and man, it already feels like pool weather. So I'm glad we are just getting this done. Got Jefe and Abel over here helping me get the yard cleaned up a little bit. I want to wait, I think, maybe, until Paparino gets here. This thing's a lot easier to move with 4 people. And I gotta say, we eyeballed it pretty good. I was just out here a minute ago measuring center of the pool because that's where I would like this thing to live. So we were about, you know, 1.5 feet off or so, which again, for eyeballing this thing and barely being able to get it up onto the wall over here, that's pretty good. Now my plan is to go up underneath the deck and basically put in a piece of I think I got like 2 by 8 or something. I just grabbed a scrap off the job site, and we'll get that up underneath here. Then when we go to anchor our 4 anchors down, we have something to bite into. I believe this, maybe those ones right there are actually gonna hit into our joist, which will be good. And then we've got our rim joist right there, which we never did anything with, which we should probably do at some point. So we might be able to catch that too, depending on where we want to shift this thing forward and back. Now remember, I thought I was getting a 10-footer, 10 by 16. This actually ended up being 12 by 16. So my whole plan was for it to fit completely on the deck, and unfortunately it doesn't. So we do have a little bit of leeway, I guess, on where we push it in and out, because I mean, it could sit on that wall wherever, honestly. Center would be ideal, but at the end of the day, you know, what's structurally sound is a little more important than an inch or 2 off of being centered on that wall. Well, we don't want to go chasing this thing down again. It looks like the animals are happy to have it back, even though the horse is pretty cold-blooded, so she likes to sunbathe. The cat's cool in the shade. So while we wait, let's climb up under the deck. I had Jefe go down here earlier and clear out all the spider webs, because I went under there the other day to unstrap the deck, and it's more spider webs than I want to play in. Especially considering we got to get pretty deep in there to attach these blocks too. All right, so it has stayed surprisingly clean under here. No weeds are growing up underneath the deck, which is fantastic. All the way around under here, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this whole thing turned out. I still see some spider webs. All right, I guess we're just playing in spider webs. Hopefully he chased all the black widows off if there were any. Let's get to crawling. Good news is we left enough of an area here so you can still walk along the edge of the pool. And hopefully I cut these blocks right. I was just guessing at work the other day. Oh, that is a beautiful guess right there. I mean, obviously, I took 12-inch on center spacing and figured out what the gap in between would be, but that was assuming these were actually like exactly spaced out right, and it looks like we did pretty good. Okay, so I can see from down below my little bit of blue tape right there, which means this is the bay. Now we need to put a little bit of blocking in, which will go just like so. Get that screwed in. I should probably use a 4x something, but I think we're gonna be into that rim joist with 2 of these screws, so we should be pretty good. This one's also got a doubled up, this is right on our seam. So I sistered a little board on right there. I hate spider webs. Oh, but we're covered in them right now. One side done. Let's go to the other side. This edge, that flange goes to the edge of the tape. Oh, we're all kinds of weird right now. We're like this. If we can get 1 foot pinned, then from there we can play with shit. Maybe 8 pulgadas para mí. Tú en esta esquina. We'll go despacio. Más. Aquí está. Pretty close. No, ahí está. Yeah, you gotta go maybe 4 pulgadas más. Go. Poquito más. A little more. You're probably stuck on that rock. Para tú, jefe. Okay, ahí está. Yep, it's good. Yep. Sí. Ahí está. Sí. I don't want it to sitting on those 4x4. We got to get it off the 4x4s before we.
Actually, we want these 4x4s.
Not that one. We want that one. Because that's the one we're going to be up on. This one needs to sit on the wall. This should be 12. Round 12. I got 12-1. I got 12-4. So we're way.
It's telling us to come this way then, right? Yes.
Yeah, but at that we're gonna be
too close.
Yeah, so we gotta move this one.
Then we want this one to try to hit that.
Well, you're gonna hit the block, but now you're gonna miss. Yeah, we're only gonna hit it with one. Unless we shift it over a little bit, we can grab this joist right here.
I say we shift it over.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll hit that joist if we do that. Whatever. We'll just be 1.5 inches off center. That ain't no biggie.
You're going to the tape now. Stay where you were.
Right there, I'll hit the joist. 12-1 will be there. That's 12-1. All right, let me see this. And then from there, we gotta come over 6.5. So our plate will be right here.
This?
Yep, that would be pretty good. So we need to pin aside. At this point, this is the worst drill bit I've ever used in my life. There's some SDS screws. All right,
that's it.
One pinned. We're not too bad that way. We're not too bad that way.
Oh, so you're good. Well, because you went way over, that's the case.
Yep, so now we'll drop this side down. ¿Listo, jefe?
Okay.
Está.
Oh, so we can leave the thing for now, right?
15.11 1/4. I mean, that's right there's 15.11 1/4. But we gotta make sure we're same distance back. The edge, 4 5/8 fat. Right there. Feels way more solid already. And then we'll let that guy float until we figure out what the heck we're doing over there. Nice stuff. Este tiene más madera. Yeah. I mean, you're hitting over there, so tap it one back to you. Man, we're pretty close right there. Oh, we gotta play this game.
I grabbed it, right?
There it is, solid. All right, y'all, so we've got her pretty much pinned into place now. Now we need to figure out that little hanging leg right there. So I've got my laser right here. I'm gonna shoot from that side over there because we know the back's gonna be higher than the front. It's just the way that it is. We're not gonna lower this wall. I mean, we could, but there's no point. So this thing will just sit a little bit pitched towards the pool, which again is no big deal, but I wanna make sure each side is the same. So the front legs will be level with each other, and then the back legs will be level with each other when we float it over here on this corner. So we lucked out in the fact that this 4x4 is literally holding it exactly level with over there. None of that was planned. I don't think I could have planned that if I wanted to. I just slapped that 4x4 on this temporary bracing when we built this. We've got it pinned in place now. These 4x4s are holding the post right where she wants to go. Our anchors aren't long enough to go down into there. I don't know if they make 1/4-inch anchors that are longer than what we have right there. Those are 3.5s. So what I want to do is I'm going to drill in to the rock and put either just some nails or some bolts or whatever, just something to anchor into the rock, which will then grab the rapid set concrete we're going to pour underneath here, and then these will get bonded into that rapid set. We're not looking for superior strength. This isn't a deck or anything like that. It's a patio cover. Mainly I'm looking to do that to hold that leg level, and if it has a little bit of pull down force from the wind, great. I think we're gonna have plenty though with 3 other posts pretty much fully anchored. All right, so we're gonna put a bond coat on first. It's real thin mix. We're just gonna pack in the rapid set pretty dry, which means it's gonna go off super quick. Here goes nothing.
If there's a little on the grout, we don't care. Stay good. We got it. Oh, let's see what's going. Stuff that's good. Let this one go back, poquito, Eva.
Okay.
Okay, espérame.
No, push top para mí. Get the pressure. Okay. A todo para tu poquito.
Okay.
Poquito.
Before we used to do these, before you and me, the inspector would sit here and make sure total dry pack. And then, remember Pancho showed us the forma and wet? The inspector would delete. Nope.
No.
I don't know what the front looks like, but I can always make a little and patch that in.
Todo lo que está manchado ahí, jefe, quítele con la esponja, ahí lo se ve, mire, ya se fijó. Quítele con la esponja nada más, ahí todo lo que está ahí manchado, mire, todo lo que está goteado ahí en el deck, porque ese rapid set mancha. Desde aquí, mire, no, aquí nada más está manchado.
That's probably good. You're good.
Huh?
You're good.
You need any more?
Nope. We gotta get some out behind this 4x4.
Yeah.
That's the one over there.
Estos dos es bueno, estos dos. Only this corner. Ahí está.
Yeah, está bien. Más o menos. So I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna do just 2 SDS bolts or screws per. That one catches that board that I put on earlier. I didn't realize this was gonna be as far back as it was. I should have put a 2x12 this way and ripped it down, but whatever. And then that one catches the joist. So 2 per, I think that's plenty. These SDSs are strong as heck. Hopefully that bottom plate is as well. Pre-drilled this one again, this one's gonna be into that joist. You can see right there. and I would put that one into the joist, but that's right where these clips are. These clips go right in between and hold these things down. I don't want to break that clip, especially right here, right on the edge of a seam. I'd rather these be stronger. So we're gonna leave that. This side, we've got 2 Titan bolts anchored in. This side should be good. I could probably get that third one. I just don't want to, I'm probably gonna blow the chunk out of that rock right there, so it's not worth it. And then of course we've got our beautiful curb over here. This actually turned out pretty dang well. Nice little footing underneath here. I think looks pretty dang good there. Oh, hey, mira, Evo, otro coyote. We're gonna leave those braces in place for now. While Rabbit's Head does go off pretty quick, we want to give that the best chance of getting hard and actually holding this thing plumb and in place where it needs to be. So this bracing's gonna stay probably until tomorrow or whenever I get a chance to take this down. Next up though, this thing was upside down for a very long time. Birds were hanging out on it. There's a lot of bird poop, dust, spiders, spider web, all kinds of crap. I mean, look how gross and nasty it is right here. Not only are we gonna give the patio cover a pressure wash, but we're gonna give this deck a good old pressure wash because it is long overdue. I was so discouraged from coming out here for a while because every time I did, I just looked at this patio cover covering half my pool. It got a little neglected out here, but we're gonna clean it up right now. Here's to getting wet. You know, one thing we haven't tried is whether or not these things still open. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a good angle. I'll pressure wash those too. Deck is all cleaned. The guys have taken off for the day. It's been toasty out here, not gonna lie. Kind of drained me a little bit, but one of the things I'm excited about, I don't know if I should even be setting this up today. So I mentioned earlier the TV mount that I bought for this to put an outdoor TV out here. Well, indoor TV with a sick cover on it. So that is this mount. And I read the reviews on it. I know it looks crazy. It actually just wraps the pole, and I think it uses little ratchet straps or something to hold it onto the pole instead of drilling into these posts, which I could do. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but figured if you don't have to, why not? And I might want to move this around. So unfortunately, it happens to be on the pole that we don't want to pull the bracing off, but I think this will still work. I'm thinking about putting it on this pole. Reason being is, you know, I want to be able to watch some sports from inside the pool. So the TV being there would make the most sense. It's a swivel mount, so we can adjust it. I believe we can turn it this way. It's a little weird to watch from this couch, whatever area, but we can always move these. We can't move the pool. And again, we don't have to bolt it to anything, so I could try it there, and if I don't like it, I can always switch it around. I should probably go get the TV as well, but I guess we can build the mount first and then put the back size on the TV. Is this a full? Oh, there we go. All right, maybe there's not a lot to it. Let's see what's in box number 1 or B. This looks like our piece that goes on the pole, which means one of these is gonna have some straps. This feels like the strap box. How high does this need to go? I don't know. What, can I mount it at a 45? I don't really like that. Should we go this way? Or should we go inside? Oh, easy, kill it. Easy. Gotta do it solo. Maybe we should go this way. I don't know what the right way to go is. No, that would be the right way. I just don't know if it'll sit at a 45. It's got this rubber right here to sit this way. That's probably the way to do it. Again, I don't know how high we need to go without having the TV out here. All that good for now. I should probably put those on the inside so they're not directly getting rained on and whatever, but I guess we could take this down in the off season. You guys know I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna live out here till it dies. I mean, I gotta hand it to him. It feels pretty dang solid. I don't want to tweak on it too much. I mean, our concrete should be dry down there, but it's a little early to start moving her around. Like so. Man, you're supposed to hear a click. Did I hear a click? I guess I heard a click. So really the TV can live. I don't really know, y'all. I don't really like that the TV is gonna be half out, half in. Turn it like that, but then how do you keep it from becoming a wind sail? But here's the piece de resistance. You can get any kind of waterproof outdoor TV cover, but when you get one that looks like an American flag, I feel like that's just an extra level of cool. Let's go get the TV. Well, let's open up our brackets first and figure out what we need to do here. Looks simple. I like simple. So guys, I don't remember buying a TV this big for out here. I mean, hey, we got it on sale, so I didn't spend a lot on it, but I mean, I guess once it's up in place, it's not that big of a TV. It's kind of a big TV. This one might not live outside full time. Fits kind of perfectly on this thing. Did we just use these screws? Does this one come preset with screws? Where the heck else do you screw this TV at? I'm just gonna assume these are pre-done. What do you think, horse? That'll be cool. Are they the right length too? There's no way we get that lucky. This is how it should be done though. Let the TVs come with the screws that fit in the back of the damn TV, instead of these Chinese companies trying to guess. So I'm gonna say we're gonna go like that. So to make this whole pattern work out, I had to go higher than I wanted to, which actually lowers the TV, which I think is gonna work out. We don't wanna go too high. We still have that 4x4 that's gonna be in the way and kind of a pain in the butt to take out with the TV here, but whatever. This TV comes off pretty quick. I'm gonna leave the legs on because this thing's probably coming back off after this, so don't get all weird. The legs are staying on. This is awkward. Let's try it from the back side. This will be easier. Oh yeah, much easier. Oh no, we're too tall. Dang it. It's a good thing we don't have bolts holding this thing in. Just loosen a strap, lower her down a little bit. Now we're still too tall. Oh, there we go. Again, even though I'm probably taking this off later, we're just gonna tighten these screws for safety, because if there's one thing we learned with this whole project is don't wait to bolt things down. Now the good thing is I have wireless DirecTV boxes, so and they're really small. In the living room, you know, I just have it double-sided taped to the back of the TV, so I will do the same thing out here. That way we get full DirecTV out here at the patio without having to you know, run any cable or lines or anything. Okay, now the other thing is power. So I have power run to the deck, and one of the reasons I also want it over here is I feel like we shouldn't have an outlet box closer to the edge of the pool. So if we can put it back over here, we could probably just snake something up here, mount a box right there, and then really if we wanted to, we could put a hole there, run power down, or vice versa. We'll worry about that later. That's a whole nother project. For now, look at this. We got a sweet extension cord just laying right here. And then let's check it out for here. I mean, honestly, I think that's the right size for out here. You want to be able to see it in the pool. It is already hot. I don't know how well this TV is going to do in the heat, and it's cooled down significantly since earlier as the sun is starting to almost go down behind us there. Yes, they make outdoor rated TVs. Those are a lot more expensive. We're not doing one of those. So let's see what our cover looks like though. I didn't want this thing just to look like a TV hanging right there, so I figured we'll make it look like a piece of American flag wall art, because honestly the original plan was this TV was going to get mounted somewhere up over there underneath the patio, but we put a TV over there at one point and tried to watch I think it was like a baseball game or something from here, and it's just too far, especially when the sun's out. With a little bit of glare, it's too hard to see. Oh, say can you see? Obviously the feet have to come off for this to work properly, but we're impatient. Oh, y'all. Come on. Tell me that's not sick. Now it looks like decoration more than just TV cover. If y'all have never seen these, again, obviously the feet have to be off, but they seal up underneath. This goes up under there, it gets tight. You got storage for your remote, and then this opens up to account for the bracket. It kind of gets a little weird here. let's see, something like that. Look at that, it goes right around the bracket. Seals it up about as good as you can with having a rear penetration like that. And then, yeah, then you seal up the bottom, it gets all nice and tight. And then we have a beautiful American flag, which again, don't mind that bottom flap flips up, but will that survive a windstorm? I don't know. I feel like the TV mount's gonna move around. Do our best. At least that gives it a fighting chance out here. Again, I don't know what the heat's gonna do to this thing, but it's probably gonna mess it up. I'm about to go get the DirecTV box and watch me, I think there's a baseball game on or something. And if you guys harken back to when we installed this thing, it actually comes with rails and curtains, 2 types of curtains that go all the way around. You've got like a screen netting, and then you've got a thicker curtain to block out any wind. Originally, I decided I didn't want that on here, but as you can see, as the sun starts to set that way, your shade gets pushed way over there. Right here, you're still kind of in the sun, especially if you're sitting here, and it's still a great temperature to hang out outside, so there's no reason to go inside right now. So I'm thinking we should put those curtains up. That way you can close off that side, or even if it gets a little windy, you can kind of block the wind a little bit, but it'll make watching TV nicer. And honestly, no, I don't want to leave them closed. I was gonna say it would help protect the TV, but I feel like if you leave those closed, there's gonna be a giant wind sail, so we should keep them tucked tight to the columns over there. I don't even like looking at this because of the very poor cable management for right now, but the sun is setting. We can finally see the TV without that sun just shooting right through here. Man, am I glad to finally have this saga over. Say what you will about these patio covers, but man, this Domi Outdoors makes a hell of a patio cover to be able to handle a 180 into the pool, getting pulled out of the pool, drug all the way out to the grass, flipped over in a way that this thing was never meant to be manipulated, and everything still works. And I can't see any damage. I know one louver got popped off because I tried to pull this corner off to pull the legs off, and I realized if you pull these corner pieces off, everything just springs out of the way. So because I did that, one of the screws on the louver pulled through. I don't even know which one, because it seems like everything is working. So excited to finally have this back. I'm not gonna leave the TV out here tonight. I still gotta figure this whole thing out. Maybe probably tomorrow I will pull the last little bit of bracing off. And yes, I didn't get around to doing the skimmer. I'm still super terrified to cut a hole in the side of the pool, but I've seen a lot of videos. People do it pretty successfully. But with that, we're gonna wrap up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com. So if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah.